okay, let's do this fucking shit.
UFC 293, that concludes Outside the Cage news, and that was very outside the cage news and necessary. Like I said, it's been a week of strange, random news involving fights, animals, everything abroad. So we're back to Sydney, Australia with UFC 293. And Rudy, the yellow bastard effect is back.
Looks like a piss stain.
Looks like a what?
A piss stain.
We know, in fact, the card was last minute, and they had to really just throw the entire roster of Eugene Behrman City Kickboxing Gym on this card. But the poster, man, yellow bastard.
They've gone with the yellow bastard. I don't know how many damn times, bro. And
I don't like it.
Yeah, and every time they do it, it's like lazy. You know, it's like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just do whatever. I like the way it looks. You know, if it wasn't tinted yellow, even if it was just black and white, this poster would have been badass. You know, black and white, everything black and white other than the belt, that would have been perfect. But they
dude, that's true,
right?
Yeah, that would have been dope if everything was black and white except for the belt. Keep it the gold and shit and the color of the belt. That would have been dope.
But everything else, it looks, I don't know, bro. Just, they've done this yellow bastard theme way too many times. This poster, I'm giving it a balls, or a rating of balls. That's 2.
I'm giving it a 0.
A 0?
A 0.
They could have got creative and made it like the Chinese flag and then the American flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. China versus USA, bro.
Yeah, but I think that would have offended certain people, and that people would have got triggered. So I think they avoided that.
Yeah, some people get triggered too easily, man.
I mean, look at us. We're getting triggered by the yellow.
Yeah.
No, it's, I mean.
No, this is facts, though. The poster
look,
does suck.
it's the yellow bastard, dude.
Yeah.
And that is indeed, that's the real Sin City font that's on our poster as well, too. So
nice.
But yeah, well,
David, always coming through with our fucking show art, man. Always.
The ideas come from the UFC, and a lot of times I give the same effort as the UFC, but lately, like, I don't know, like, we'll see. I don't know what next week's poster looks like, but we're on back-to-back weeks of just like minimum effort and like all the like programs you could want. Like, you could do like anything nowadays, cool shit. They don't give a fuck. They're just like, all right, UFC 293, we didn't think it was going to happen. We didn't know we had a main event. Bam, yellow bastard stamp, you know?
Dude, you can go to canva.com for free and make a better fight poster than this.
But UFC returning to Sydney, though, and I'm glad they let Sean Strickland in the country. And first of all, before we get to the fights, that presser wasn't, I don't know, man. Manal Cop stole the show, Rudy. Like, who knew that we had Manal Cop stealing the show and wanting to fight Izzy?
Let's see what you're talking about. He starts talking shit to Kai Kara France. This is funny. Watch.
3 weeks to fight me. You little fucking pussy. Look at you. You have the courage to come here. Stage. Just stand up, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. He throws a bottle, dude. He's going Nate Diaz on him. And Kai Kara France in an overgrown sweater.
Alright, yeah. Shut the fuck down. Sit down. Yo, things is with Strickland. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, yo.
You little crack ass.
Sit down, bro.
Tight ass car was giving you a brain.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down, yo.
Look at this little midget trying to fuck with me. I will fucking bury you.
What the fuck you are? Shut your mouth.
Hey, I'm here. Leave the little man alone.
You fucking pussy.
Yeah, fucking pussy.
Yeah,
I love that one, bro.
Yeah, Manal Cap, like, I mean, he wasn't. I mean, he does trash talk a lot, but yeah, he was kind of just calling out Kyle France for not making the fight. I mean, he dropped out. He really wanted that fight. That's a big, high-profile name in Australia, and then he's showing up to the presser. So, I mean, without Manal Cap, we had a lame-ass presser, and I think it had we had something to do with them, like keeping Sean Strickland. Like they told him to not.
No, I don't think that was it, bro. I think it was more Adesanya, man. I mean, Sean, they let him speak for a little while. He was talking some shit, and Izzy just wasn't biting, man.
And Sean was telling him, he's like, "I'm the asshole here, Izzy. You don't got to be the asshole." Or what did he say? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lackluster. Look, I'll share with you what some of the stuff that he was saying. It's pretty funny. Here, check it out. This Sean Strickland and Izzy talking shit to each other.
Last time I did a cool dance, then I knocked him out. This time I'm gonna knock him out and do another cool dance.
And he's gonna hold up a Chinese flag and fucking swear allegiance to CCP. Fucking grow a pair of fucking nuts and grow a fucking spine. You don't even represent your country when you fight.
When did you sign a Monster Energy? When did you sell your soul? Tell me.
Hey,
you signed your soul recently,
bro,
right? You did.
I ride motorcycles.
Isn't it funny that anytime I have to fight someone, Monster signs them immediately and becomes a fan of them? You know why? Because I didn't sell out and I didn't sell my soul. What'd you have to do to that pig-headed fuck? Huh? What'd you have to do to sell your soul to get that deal?
Let me tell you something about my man Izzy. Let's talk about it.
So yeah, that's about as much as shit talking that Izzy did.
Yeah, I mean,
he got more riled up by Manel Kopp, dude. That's the thing that bothered me. I'm like, dude, he got more upset at Manel Kopp than he did at Sean Strickland.
And I think, well, the Crocodile Dundee hat necessary, but I think Sam Alvey rocks that one a little bit better. To fit Sam.
Oh yeah, bro. Sam ended up looking like what's his name from Jurassic Park?
Yeah, Sam needs it. Yeah, for sure. He could be like a Crocodile Dundee. He should be in the new. If they make a new movie, they need to have Sam Alvey as Crocodile Dundee.
We need to have Sam Alvey back on the show soon.
Yeah.
He's fighting in I think 2 weeks, isn't he?
Yeah,
Karate Combat.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely check that out. Maybe we can get him on a little bit before that. I'll reach out, see what he says. And Sam's hilarious. He's the man. So, but yeah, from that, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a big fight feel. You know what I mean? I know it is. Whatever. Like they planned this shit out 3 weeks. When did Strickland take the fight? Like less than a month ago, right?
Yeah.
When they finally got the word that he's cleared to go into the country. You know what I mean? So, but
and then it's only 12 fights, and once we start getting through this card, it's like we got a lot of UFC debuters. We have a lot of fighters that are like getting pink slips if they lose. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. For a pay-per-view,
let's get to it from the bottom to top. Let's do it.
We have Kevin Josette versus Kiefer Crosby. This one is, both of them are making their UFC debuts. I think Kevin is coming in with a couple losses. I don't know if Rudy's got the.
I'm on.
No, man. They're both on. Crosby's on a 2-fight win streak.
Yeah.
Josette's on a 3-fight win streak.
3-fight win streak.
So yeah, Kevin Josette minus 135 coming out of France. He's favored in this fight. Kiefer Crosby's plus 110. I don't know, man. This is kind of a pick'ems fight in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because it's the beginning of the night for Eugene Behrman, who'll be a busy man who's got 6 fighters on the card. So it's basically an entire card, with the city kickboxing guys minus like Volkanovski, the only guy. But yeah, right out the gate we got some of Izzy's guys or Eugene's guys. So I don't know. As a fight to open this card, not too sure. Not really a fight you want to bet on, of course. But if I'm going to give the advantage to the guy who's training out of that area. Kevin Josette. Yeah, that would be my pick, and I don't know, decision. Maybe decision. First fight of the night, they
Decision.
gotta go out there and show out. But I'd like it'd probably be a dogfight war. I'm gonna, it's a 49-51 fight.
Yep.
Right on. Next up, we got Shane Young versus my boy, my homie, Gabriel Five Miranda. I know Gabriel lost his last UFC fight. I think that was his UFC debut.
Yeah, that was his UFC debut against Benoit Saint-Denis.
Yeah, so it was a hard fight, man. It was very, very hard to watch, but I'm going to pick Gabriel. I cannot pick against him just because I've been a fan of his, and we talk a lot on Instagram. He's a brave combat guy. So, my heart is with Brave since day one. So, Gabriel Miranda for me on this one. I don't know. I'm sure Shane is the favorite on this fight.
Yeah, Shane Young is coming in 3 losses in a row. He's a minus 165 favorite, I think mainly because he's fighting at home and because Gabriel Miranda lost his first debut fight about almost a year ago, 11 months. He's a plus 140 underdog. I think I'm going to go with the dog here just based on the fact that, Shane has lost 3 in a row, bro.
Yeah.
2 decisions in a back-to-back, but I don't know, man. I don't know how you shake something like that. Maybe being at home will do that for you, but, I think if anyone could pull this off and win, it's going to be Miranda and via submission.
Yeah.
If Miranda does do it by submission, that's pretty much most of his career wins have been by submission. Shane Young is shown to be pretty tough and has never been submitted in his career. I'm leaning towards Shane Young in that aspect because I think Gabe's, path to victory will for sure be the ground. Shane may not bite on that and keep the fight standing. I think that's his path to victory. Maybe if
Tapology, Miranda's a favorite, 67% favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shane Young, but I'm definitely not, confident in him like going out there and getting a finish. You know what I mean? Shane Young by decision. So Mark.
Yeah. That would be my other choice, bro. I mean, I'll probably put an alternate bet slip for Shane Young winning by decision. But my go is going to be Miranda.
Mm-hmm. Mark, what do you got?
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
What? Oh, Gabriel. I didn't understand what you said.
Sorry.
Okay, moving on to the next fight of the night, welterweight action, Blood Diamond. He has been out for a year, taking on Noob Saibot, Charles Radke. Blood Diamond's been out for a year, and he's hopefully got. I know he's training with Volkanovski and the City Kickboxing guys. Hopefully, he has improved and made improvements. I don't think either of these guys are like UFC caliber. Let's put it out there because Radke, he got the opportunity here from fighting. Who did he lose to? Didn't Jason Knight submit him? Right on the Contender Series.
Radke, his last fight was at CFFC. It was like 5 months ago. He's won 4 in a row. He's a minus 250 favorite. Blood Diamond just dropped 2 in a row.
Okay, I got fighters mixed up. Okay, Blood. This fight is really, like I said, not UFC caliber guys. I don't trust in either of them. I don't know. It's a pick'em fight. I don't know who the favorite is, Rudy, but
minus 250 favorite for Charlie Radke, and a plus 195 underdog for Blood Diamond. Let me check the betting odds right now because
I'm picking Radke just because of his nickname, Chuck Buffalo.
Chuck Buffalo, you can't go wrong with that, bro.
And he kind of looks like a little brother of Justin Gaethje too.
He does, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a minus 300 favorite right now, dude. So obviously, a lot of people see something special in this kid. I'm gonna go with Charlie Radke.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a safe pick because Blood Diamond's not to be trusted, though, for sure. I can't not pick his fights right either. So, but moving on to a lightweight bout, Landon Quinones against Nasrat Hakparas. It is a replacement bout. Landon Quinones was the guy submitted by Jason Knight on the Contender Series. They signed him up. I don't know. Hakparas should run away with this one, but it could just be a dogfight. Quinones goes out there and drags him into the later rounds, but I don't know. I think Kakras will probably get a submission or so or finish at some point, right?
Yeah, Hasparad is. I mean, that dude is like glue. He's like glue, man. He is one of the bigger favorites on this card. He opened up at a minus 410 heavy favorite, plus 320 underdog for Landon Quinones. Landon making his UFC debut. Nasrat won his last fight against John McDessie, unanimous decision about a year ago, and he dropped 2 in a row via unanimous decision. That's his MO. He usually just grinds you to death, and I don't think somebody coming into the UFC is prepared for that type of level of pressure. So that's probably why he's a heavy favorite. Tapology 89% got him winning over Quinones. I mean, I wouldn't put money on Quinones winning this fight. I think Nasrat, he's gonna steamroll him.
Yeah, it'd be a big upset, man. If he ends up getting that win, I mean, shoot, dude, Kakras has been around the block in the UFC, and at 155, he's kind of just like on the outskirts of whatever, like top 30, 40 in that division. That's just how deep it is. But yeah, safe pick, Kakras. I think we're all in agreement that he gets this win. It'll be a big upset if he does drop the bout. So.
Yep.
Yeah. But moving on, speaking of John McDessie.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you the current odds for him. Nasrat is now a minus 500 favorite. Landon Quinones plus 375 underdog. So, yeah, man, it's just gonna get wider.
Yeah, as it should.
That's
be,
what she said.
Yep.
Big upset. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, speaking of the bull, John McDessie, I think this is his 20th UFC fight. Like somehow, some way, John McDessie has made it 20 fights in the UFC. That's another fact of the night. But against Jamie Malarkey, I think Malarkey probably would have been like who did he lose to the last fight? He got
Mohammed Imov.
Yeah,
he's 2 months ago.
Yeah. So like a quick turnaround for Malarkey, but he was on his way to fighting like pretty top competition. So he won that fight. So he was about to fight what's his name, Kuda, and that was a replacement opponent in which he got beat. So yeah, McDessie, I don't know, man. This is a dogfight, man. Like I don't know, I can't pick against Malarkey, but McDessie's one of those guys that goes out there and could just fucking slash KO head kick second round or something. Hey, like
nah. If you look at his records, bro, they're all decision wins or losses by either one of these guys. If anything, I'm going to go with the hometown guy, Jamie Malarkey. He's a minus 190 favorite right now over John McDessie, a plus 155 slight underdog. So home advantage. The height and reach advantage. I mean, 6 foot against a 5'8" dude. John McDessie is just kind of small for that weight class. So I think he's going to get bullied, man, and it's going to be a decision win. It's going to go to Malarkey. I don't see John McDessie being able to beat this dude.
So you're saying it's the basic Malarkey performance and a decision?
Yeah, it's going to be Malarkey, bro.
Just a bunch of Malarkey.
Malarkey.
And
don't forget, dude. John McDessie's 38 years old. Jamie Malarkey is almost 10 years younger than him, so that's going to play into this fight as well. I don't care how much you train. At some point, Father Time's going to catch up with you. It does with all fighters, bro. All fighters.
Yep. Except for Clay Guida.
Oh yeah, except for that guy.
Clay Guida's a cyborg, bro. It's a fucking alien.
But moving on to still on the prelims, of course, Jack Jenkins, another backyard, or fighting in his backyard against Chepe Machinga Mariscal. I don't know. A lot of people are really they're picking Mariscal. I'm picking Jack Jenkins.
I'm picking Chepe, bro.
I'm picking Chepe Mariscal.
That boy is he was a fucking beast in LFA, man.
Well, Steve beat him. Steve steamrolled him.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about Steve Garcia, bro. I mean,
and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
But I think like Jenkins, like how many guys tibia is, or he breaks legs. Like I think Chepe's got problems with guys that throw leg kicks, and like his way of winning fights and his path to maybe winning this one is just to make it chaos. which it probably could happen. But Jenkins has got great defense, great takedowns, and he's got a lot of things covered that will create problems for Mariscal and frustrate him. And I think Jack Jenkins wins an outright unanimous decision, man. It makes it look pretty easy.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I just
he could break his leg. He's been breaking legs. Like this guy, like who do you?
He's gonna break legs.
Yeah, so you got to factor that in. That the guy, he could check kicks very well. Great wrestler. He's got great clinch. I think this is somewhat of a step down in competition for either guy. I don't know, like Mariscal. Yeah, he goes in there and makes it a dogfight. I can see him doing that and maybe winning like a split. But yeah, for sure, this is like a decision. Jenkins, like I said, I don't know. Mark, tell me you got Jack Jenkins with me, brother. 2-2. All right. I like it.
Damn, dude. Are you awake, Mark?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, Jack Jenkins, man. I mean, that dude's a motherfucker, man. He just kicks the shit out of you. His wins in the UFC have all been unanimous decision. I don't know, man. Chepe was supposed to lose his last fight, and he ended up just. That was impressive, bro. Impressive fight for me. I think he's got what it takes to beat someone like Jack Jenkins. It's not very likely, but I'm gonna just give it to the underdog, and go with the Mariscal winning by decision.
It's a close one. It's a very close fight, like I said. But Jenkins, his last fight was at Jamal Emmers. A lot of people thought he lost the fight. It was a split, but I think he bounces back and looks good, in Australia and shows out. I think a lot of the Aussie fighters will dominate. You know what I mean? This is one card where I'm going to favor, the hometown guys. So
yeah.
And another guy, the next fight, I'm definitely favoring him. I think we're all in agreement. Carlos Ulberg against Daeun Jung. Ulberg goes
Carlos
out there.
is going to fucking demolish Jung, bro.
First round KO.
Carlos is not even gonna fucking break a sweat, man.
Hey, but I'll throw it out there though. This is a very low key snoozer of the night. On the flip side, you want to know why? Because both these guys are like counter guys, and might be waiting around a little too long. And
yeah, that's true.
If it happens for 2 rounds, I called it right here. Potential snoozer, just like that. You know what I mean? Look at it that way. So, but I got
minus 280 favorite for Ulberg, Daeun Jung plus 225 underdog. So yeah, definitely going Carlos Ulberg.
Yep,
he's 95%, bro, on Tapology.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree with that. And Ulberg's going out there. And, I mean, a lot of guys that he's fought before, though, have been like guns blazing, running at him. I don't think Jung's going to do that. So that's why I think potential snoozer, but Ulberg gets a finish, catches him at some point. That's my pick. So, but moving on to the main card, opening the main card, Tyson Pedro against Anton Trukalej. And Tyson Pedro, man, last time? Like, if he's never won a fight by decision, right? He always wins by finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason he lost that last one against Modestos is because he was just outclassed on the ground.
Yep.
He was gassed. Honestly, if he goes past 2 here, it could get interesting. But I don't know, man. Pedro, like I said, he's another hometown or Aussie fighter, which I'm going to favor all the Aussie fighters, which might be my demise on picks and bets.
Oh, it's going to be.
Well, I've never seen anything special about the Pleasure Man. I don't even like his. I hate his nickname. And the shit he says is cringe. I'm gonna make you taste the Pleasure Man. Like, bro, that's what he said. And Tyson's like, yeah, I'm not gonna taste the Pleasure Man. I've got Tyson Pedro winning this fight. I think he's going to make the Pleasure Man taste himself and smash his face. I'm going with a second round TKO.
Yeah. Y'all got Mark. You and Rob are you guys all Pedro, right? Am I the only one picking against him?
Pedro, bro.
I'm not picking against him. I got Pedro.
But if it goes, Man, Dave.
Hey, but if it goes 2 rounds, or 2 rounds and 2.5. It's going to get weird, and the Pleasure Man might pull out a fucking...
Crazy, bro. It's dead even right now, minus 110.
Wow. I'm telling you. Pleasure Man. I'm telling you.
Wow.
But moving on the main card, a rematch that we've only seen 30 seconds of last time because it was like one of the nastiest eye pokes in UFC history.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Tafa against Austin Lane, who was who did he play for? He was like a former, like a fucking Jacksonville Jaguar, right? He's a former football player.
Yep.
And he's huge, man. He has a huge ass head. And
He's huge, bro.
Yeah, and Tafa, that's a big target, man. And Tafa's a killer. And man, I don't know. This is one where like my picks may go against the Aussie fighter here with Tafa because I don't know, man. Lane, that fight had the potential of being an absolute war, and somebody was going to get slept. You know?
Yeah, and I think it was going to be Tafa, man. In that fight, Austin Lane came out swinging, bro, and it was just. I was just waiting for it to happen, bro. Justin Tafa just couldn't deal with the size of this guy and how fast he was. And he just kind of deer in the headlights, bro, until he got that eye poke. So I don't know what the fuck people maybe. I mean, yeah, it's Tafa. He's at home, but if you saw that last fight, as long as it lasted, and you're still gonna heavy favorite on Justin Tafa, I don't know what you're smoking, man. He's a minus 240 moderate favorite, plus 195 underdog for Austin Lane. I'm gonna put my money on the dog. I think Austin Lane's gonna sleep Justin Tafa. Unfortunately, I love Justin Tafa, but bro, that last outing, yeah, it was. You could tell, man. It was too much to handle. Austin Lane is, I don't know, dude, just a different type of animal, man. He's massive, bro, massive, and
I'm sure, and I'm sure he's got cardio for days too.
Yeah, and also too, like last time when they fought, it was in Jacksonville. That was in this backyard of Austin Lane, and that shit happened. The fight got stopped. Now he's had to make the trip all the way across the world, to fight in Tafa's backyard. So I don't know if that's going to play in, whatever. Justin Tafa, there's a lot of it's an Aussie card, very heavy on the city kickboxing guys. The entire team's basically on the main card, showcasing on the prelims. But this is the official Tapology parlay breaker fight of the night for sure. I have to throw it out there. So whichever way you pick in, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Justin Tafa. I'm gonna keep the Aussie. So yeah, and he probably will win, and he won't crack a smile. Throw that out there too.
Probably not.
But moving on to the main card, the star of the press conference and the biggest star of this show, Manal Kape, who's supposed to be fighting Kai Kara France.
Star boy.
Oh, that's he's a star. See, that's what I'm saying. Felipe Dos Santos stepping in there. Man, I don't know. Maybe Manal Kape's another Gicta of all Gictas for me in my history of Tapology. I'm looking at it now. I picked his last fight correctly, but I mean, this one's a tough one, right, Rob? Who do you got, bro?
Dude. Yeah, Manal Kape stole the show and shit, but man, I'm gonna steer my vote to get in favor of Felipe Dos Santos.
What the hell now?
That's what you guys said last week when I picked enough to win, bro. And look what happened.
Where's the hell now? Rudy, cue it up.
Yeah.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
And it's going to be by submission.
You are so mad.
Hey, he's undefeated. Undefeated.
Yeah, he's undefeated, bro, but he hasn't fought the UFC caliber fighters. Manal Kape has. He's been fighting in the UFC for quite some time. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's a minus 370 favorite, plus 290 underdog for Dos Santos coming in short notice. Yeah, bro. And making his UFC debut. So I don't know. And on the main card. So I don't see how this is going to go his way, man. I mean, there's a chance, but I don't see that happening. I think that Manal Kape is just going to grind him down and probably win by decision.
Yeah, no, I pick. I understand like kind of Manal Kape's pain, man, because he had a slated fight with fucking Alex Perez canceled. He had the fight with Davison Figueiredo, which was fire. That got canceled. Kaikar France canceled. This dude's ready to fight. And unfortunately, Felipe has got to make a debut, like you said, Rudy, on a main card. Cop got thrown to the wolves when he made his UFC debut against like Pantoja, I think his first fight, and he had a lot of high hope and expectations. Then he's improved, 3-fight winning streak. Dos Santos would be a big upset. I will pick Manao Cop, some type of finish, so he goes out there heated as fuck and gets the job done, and calls out Izzy. But Mark, you got Cop, right?
Yeah, he's gonna end Dos Santos' streak.
Okay, moving on to the co-main event. Ty, the pizza delivery man, Tuivasa against Volkov, the biggest. What is he? The biggest, tallest fighter in the UFC. Probably has the biggest tattoo in the UFC, right on his back.
Yeah.
But Tuivasa, he's got that Masvidal, Nick Diaz look going on, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. Volkov's coming in as a minus 200 favorite, plus 170 underdog for Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa's dropped 2 in a row. Volkov's on the opposite end, winning 2 in a row. So that's probably why he's coming in as a favorite, despite Tuivasa fighting at home in front of his crowd. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of pressure on him to win this fight. If he doesn't, it might be his last fight in the UFC. And just
I think so.
stylistically, man, Volkov is always, in my opinion, he's not done well with heavy hitters, man.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, he did finish Rosenstruck and Romanov.
Rosenstruck, but Tom Aspinall got him in a submission. Cyril Gane beat him unanimous decision. I think Tuivasa stands a chance to sleep him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Tuivasa. I'm gonna go with a finish, but I think I'm gonna regret that. Honestly,
I'm gonna pick Volkov. I'm gonna think Volkov stops him in 2 rounds because I think it'll be a fire first round, like it always is in the Tai Tuivasa fight. But yeah, man, like there's a lot of pressure. This is one fight where, like, for sure, a lot of parlays are gonna ride on this specific bout. You know what I mean? To cap the night off. You know what I mean? So, man, I don't know if he loses 3 in a row, like he is at the bottom tier of heavyweights, and it'd be hard to climb back up to where he potentially was at one point, like a possible title contender. So he knows what's on the line. Volkov's got a number 5 by his name. Tuivasa's near like the 20s or so. Volkov's got a lot to lose in this one too. He's fought all the legends. All the current top contenders. Lost to a few of them, but he's on a streak. I don't think that streak stops, man. And Tuivasa 3 in a row, unfortunately, because he goes out there and throws them chingazos and doesn't give a shit. He might get caught, you know what I mean? So,
bro, Tai Tuivasa, if he doesn't win, we're gonna see the announcement. He got the pink slip.
Bellator heavyweight champion.
Perfect.
that's gonna be him at the end.
We are not gonna see a Shui.
Nope.
No, we're gonna see a shoey either way.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Dude, what if he loses badly and he retires?
Well, delivering pizzas doesn't pay as much as the UFC, but then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he wants to stay in the UFC. So he's going to do what he's got to take, even if he's got to do what it takes, even if it means putting his chin out on the line.
Yeah,
he's a tough guy to finish, man. So
yeah, for sure. Volkov's just a brick shit house to himself, so it's like it'd be a tough. But Tuivasa, if he lands a bomb, Volkov's going to have to eat 1 or 2, and in order to get to Tui and get him out of there. So it'll be interesting, man. This fight's very proper for a co-main event. So, and it almost was the fucking main event, right? We didn't have a main event until 3 weeks ago. So, but with that said, the main event of the evening, Israel Adesanya against Sean Strickland. Who would have thought in 2023 Strickland would get the title shot? I called it in the summer.
We all called it, man. We've all been one. Me and you, David, been pushing Strickland to get that title shot.
I'm going with the dog, bro, just because I want everybody's brains to explode when he wins.
Same here.
Is he maybe the betting favorite? But a lot of people want to see Strickland get that.
He's a huge favorite, minus 600 favorite, plus 440 underdog for Strickland. Right now, the betting odds, it's even wider, minus 700 favorite for Israel Adesanya, plus 460 underdog for Sean Strickland. If Sean Strickland wins, and I mean, even if you have a couple of just small parlays, you're gonna win big, man. You're gonna win big, but it's highly unlikely. But hey, man, it's Sean Strickland. I want those bragging rights. If he does win, I want to say, yeah, I'll fucking pick this dude.
You guys think like Izzy's been, whatever, he's like the second greatest middleweight of all time. But say in some crazy scenario that Strickland wins, it's not controversial. Does Izzy deserve a rematch?
He'll get one.
It depends. It depends. It depends on the fight, bro.
Because Dricus is out there. I mean, there's still there's a couple contenders. You got Paulo Costa, Chimaev in a fight next month. Mm-hmm. So we don't know, for sure who's going to get the shot. I know Izzy's saying he calls the shots, but he has to get through Sean Strickland on Saturday.
If he loses, I think that would be just too big of a blow to his ego, and I think he would probably take some time off. I don't think he'd come back immediately to fight him.
That's a good point. Yeah, and I mean, at the point,
how many times have we seen, fighters get so comfortable being at the top that they overlook somebody like Sean Strickland? Just like
he's going to overlook him?
I think he's definitely overlooking him, bro. I think he's definitely overlooking this guy. Possibly. I'm picking Sean Strickland to knock him out. Some unexpected crazy bullshit, dude. I didn't expect Sean Strickland to win his last fight by knockout, and he did, man. So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna go balls to the wall with some crazy pick and pick Sean Strickland to win by KO finish. I just want to see the world get shocked, just like we did when Kamaru got kicked in the head. That was an epic moment. I want to see another epic moment. I just want to see a shakeup. I want to see a shakeup in the industry. I want to see all the media just cringe at the fact that Sean Strickland won, because so many people just hate him and hate his message. And I don't know why, man. I mean, because he's a man.
Forget, Rob mentioned the Holly Holm knockout. Where did that happen? In Sydney.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But,
and I called that too, man. The round and how she was going to finish it.
I won, I think, $400 off of that fight for like a $10 bet.
Ooh, yeah.
I called it on ESPN Radio 2013. You could look it up. It's out there. But before I give my official prediction, Rob, Mark, Rudy, what will the post speech sound like from Sean Strickland? Let's hear it.
Running for president.
I want to thank everybody out here. Everybody who came out here to meet us, see me fight. I want to thank the Chinaman. Maybe you can go home and touch your dog a little more. And go USA.
I think, in fact, if he does win, that'll be one of the best post-fight conferences, because they'll be like, all right, you're the champ. Say whatever you want to say. We don't give a shit anymore. You know what I mean? So,
I think he's gonna cry, bro. If he wins, he's gonna cry, bro. And he's probably gonna ask his girlfriend to marry him there in the cage.
Right there in the middle of the ring, bro.
He's gonna say some shit like, well, you're gonna see a side of me that you never seen before. I want to invite my girlfriend here. I got something to say to you. I love you. Just watch.
I would love to see Sean Strickland hold that gold and bring it back to the U.S. Izzy's been one of the best middleweights of all time, and for him to drop it, I mean, we've seen it happen. Look at fucking Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley. The most unlikely shit has been happening in main events. People giving these fighters no chance.
Don't rule it out. Yeah, a lot of people had O'Malley, I said that the only way he wins is some spectacular flash knockout. That's exactly how it happened. But I didn't give him a chance in hell. I was like, bro, Aljo's just levels, man. Levels. And the same it's the same fucking setup. You know, there's levels, and you see Izzy and see what he's accomplished as opposed to Strickland. Not trying to diminish what Strickland has done, but you know, he's been at the top for such a long time, and Sean just got this by chance. Let's be real here, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when shit plays out like that, the guy on top just like, for reals, this, I guess I'm just gonna go in there and make some easy money. You know, they think this is gonna be easy money, quick work, easy money, and they go in there and they get something they didn't fucking prepare for, didn't expect, because they thought, hey, I'm levels above this motherfucker. And unfortunately, that shit happens, bro. We saw it with Kamaru Usman. We saw it with Aljamain Sterling. We've seen it with even to Israel Adesanya when Pereira knocked his ass out. You know, it's just, it seems to be the trend, and I think, I don't know, man. I have a good feeling about this shit. It's weird.
Yeah.
And if it is like a decision scenario where Strickland wins, it's just going to be a straight up kickboxing match. You know what I mean?
If it's a decision win, bro, that's going to be sandwich fight of the night.
Yeah, but my official pick is Israel Adesanya, knockout, 3rd round, remains the champ, and maybe he gets hurt though in the process, has to come back, and you know what I mean. Sean catches him with something early, wins that round, and then Izzy, you know, does his thing and maybe drags it to a decision. But overall, I don't see Izzy losing the belt. A lot of pressure. The curse of the UFC 5 cover, the Drake curse, whatever you want to put upon this fight. I don't know. I can't pick against Izzy, but I would love to fucking see Sean Strickland hold the gold.
Hell yeah.
Me too, bro. Damn, dude,
yeah.
with my dog bets, dude, a $5 bet should get me $17,000.
Jesus Christ.
If all my underdogs hit.
So we didn't pick a sandwich of the night fight, but I said potential sandwich would be the was it the Tyson Pedro, right? That was my.
No, I'll tell you which one is going to be. It's going to be the Hakparast Quinones fight. Hakparast is he's just going to be a wet blanket, bro.
Yeah,
so I'm calling that one now.
That one's going to be the
guaranteed
sandwich. Yep.
Well, remember this shit next week. Everybody that's listening, call us out and tell us we were wrong. Tell Rudy he was wrong.
Sandwich fight of the night.
But we do have a card. A main event, you know, came about somewhat late. They slapped together the Yellow Bastard poster, but didn't he? Strickland made it. They let him in the country, told him to kind of keep it toned down a bit, but he holds the gold.
Dude, Strickland ain't gonna tone down a bit, bro. Come on.
Well, we'll see. Post fight, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Right on. Well, fellas, that is the show for tonight. Awesome show again, as always, every Thursday night. Quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight. Really do appreciate the support. We always love seeing that the community, you know, coming together and supporting what we do. And it's fun. We just love doing this. We just love hanging out and talking fights and shit, right? Hell yeah. It's a party. It's a party when you hang out with Sitting Ringside guys. So yeah, thank you so much for everybody's support. And David, you know what to do, bro.
Yes, sir. Another one in the books, episode 188, the Yellow Bastard edition of Sitting Ringside, right? But yeah, thanks to everybody that's watching and or listening. For all the latest combat sports news, go to fightbookmma.com. Check us out there for all the results, for all the events happening this weekend, for all our previous episodes, and to listen to this show and podcast platform, wherever you get your podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Go to our YouTube, subscribe there, hit us up, like, subscribe, get the notifications, hit us up. You know, give Rob a shout, hit up Rudy, send the Unabomber a friend request, you know. So. But for myself, Dave Rodriguez, Mark Ambu up north, Rudy Lara, producer at hand, and El Jefe Roberto Villa. We are Sitting Ringside. We are out. Enjoy the fights. We'll catch you next week.